It's Go Coach, Coach T Flow, and today we are talking about the importance of nutrition. Or is it that important? Now, this is going to be a controversial post, so make sure that you tag somebody to this who might have a different of opinion that I share in this post. So, my girlfriend, y'all know my girlfriend, I talk about her all the time, is a certified nutrition coach, and she made a post about training outtraining a bad diet. I'm just paraphrasing here. And some people say that's impossible. Some people say you cannot outtrain a bad diet in the fitness realm. But on the contrary, I don't agree with that wholeheartedly. And let me say why. Because, and this is just me testifying, there were times in my life where I was, let me just keep it 1K. I was locked up. I was in chain gang. I'm trying to be politically correct because, I really care about what I project in the universe, about my image, but it is what it is. I was locked up before. I've been in prison. And in prison, if you didn't know, I don't know what you people think, you get the worst of the worst when it comes to food. You're a prisoner. Nobody cares if you're getting the high quality proteins and slow absorbing carbs and healthy fats. No. It's thousands of people in prison. They have to feed a lot of people, and the state is going to pick the lowest bidder. Not to mention a lot of it's several camps around the state of Georgia that produce beef, that produce vegetables that they actually feed the inmates. So us inmates, I'm not an inmate now, but I once was one. And we're not getting the best of the best, guys. You're getting the worst of the worst. Some of the nicknames for the food used to be monkey meat. He's called it mustard meat. What is this? I mean, it used to be almost slop, and I hate to say that. Now, I remember a long time ago, if you're from Columbus, long time ago, back in the 90s for sure, it was a person running the jail called Major Miles. I ain't gonna lie. Back then, Muscogee County Jail, you used to eat good. You had them cathead biscuits. You had fried chicken, fried fish. I mean, you ate right now for being in jail. But when you go to state prison, it's a whole different story. So with that being said, most people in prison, especially if you have some support from the outside, you eat out your box. And I know now with all the rappers and the slang, that might sound weird saying eat out the box, but your box is where you keep in chain gang. That's where you keep all your stuff at. You keep your store goods, you keep your clothes, you keep your hygiene products, you keep it in your box. So eating out the box mean like, you ain't really going to chow. You eating out your box. You eating out what you buy from the store. Ain't nothing good on that store. Bear with me. I'm about to make my point. I'm about to get there. I have to set you up first and let you see the overall picture. Ain't nothing good. You got honey buns, you got chips, you got cinnamon rolls, you got little Debbie cakes. I mean, all variety of chips. You got the little cheese things with the beef jerky. You can get sodas. Nothing nutritious. Nothing. You can't cook in there. So you're not getting no kind of proteins. You're not getting any vegetables off the store. Nothing. Everything you get in off that store in chain gang is a carbohydrate of sort. Simple carbs, most of it. Sugar, snacks. That's what you're getting out the store in chain gang. Now you see where I'm going with this. Some of the men, inmates, convicts I've been around, not to mention even myself, doing a bid, rival bodybuilders on the street. Now, how is that? If you in chain gang and you got the worst diet imaginable, all carbs, no protein. Now, take that back. You can, because I remember on my second bed, I started eating a little, this old cat told me to start, shout out to Red, rest in peace, Red. He had told me to start eating the tuna packs. We could get the little tuna packs from the store. But even on my first bed, you know what I'm saying, well, none of that. It was the store calling and chain gang was real. It wasn't that diverse. It was just only a couple of items you can get. Now, my second bed, it was more diverse. And I used to get the tuna packs, smash one of them guys, tuna packs. You get a little protein. I mean, you get a little protein from it, but it's not like I was eating 3 of them a day. The majority, I would say 80 to 90% of your store in chain gang is carbohydrates. Simple carbs. That's what you're getting out the store. Not none of this shit out here. Balance, macro. What? None of that. But yet, men in chain gang have some of the most, when it comes to the physiques, chiseled abs, razor obliques, wide backs, bulging biceps, thick triceps. Why? Outer swoop on the quads, heart-shaped calf muscles. Why? The diet is bad. The diet is the worst of the worst. So how could these people, these men, these convicts, build these type of bodies with the worst food? Huh? Come on, nutritionists. Come on, bodybuilders. Come on, physical trainers, personal trainers. Y'all got all the answers. Tell me. I mean, I actually experienced this myself. So I know the answer. It's real simple. You cannot train a bad diet. You cannot train it. Convicts, chain gang, inmates, they typically, the ones who really into it, they're probably going to work out about 3 or 4 hours a day, minimum. Ain't no 30-minute hour. Nah, that's the warm up. That's the how my baby said, warm up. We're going to work out about 3 or 4 hours a day. And another thing, most of the time in chain gang, you're going to do full body every day in some sort. It ain't just like, okay, they did my back day. Hell no, we work out everything. Burpees, pull-ups, curls, push-ups, squats, lunges. I mean, it goes down. It goes down. I mean, I'm just thinking back. And even in county jail, somebody, people in chain gang, prisons are real, have ingenuity. We used to there's a thing called a boat. When they run out of damn bunks, they put you in a boat. We used to flip the boat over, put it on the rail, let somebody sit in it. Then we'd flip a mat over, roll it up, get on the top, put the boat on top of you, and push bench press the boat. A lot of ingenuity in prison. We're going to figure out how to work out our bodies. Just in case something happens, you got to be at the top of your game. Somebody run up on you, grab you, got to be able to, But you got the worst diet. So that notion, you can't out-train a bad diet, it doesn't count for prisoners. That's probably for the average person who's going to work out an hour to an hour and a half, 2 hours at the max. At the max. Maybe that person right there, the hour workout, they can't out-train a bad diet, albeit. If your ass working out 4 hours a day, you can out-train a bad diet. Is that a livable experience? 4 hours is half a work day for most of us out here in the free world. So that doesn't make sense for somebody in the free world to work out 4 hours a day. But you can. Trust me, you can. You can. And if somebody was able to work out that long, they could probably eat what they want to eat. I mean, it's going to be limitation because if you're working out and training, you got to get your rest and recovery. That's another thing I forgot to mention. Prisoners, we're working out. Most of the time, we'll eat something small, and we understood this. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no education. We understood. I'm gonna eat something, put something on my stomach to give me some energy. I used to always smash a Snicker bar. That was my favorite go-to. Eat a Snicker bar and some water. Boom. Work out. After we done working out, guess what we used to do? Believe it or not, carb back up. I didn't know all this back then, but I know what I was doing now. Just carbon back up. Putting calories back in my body. Not protein, not that much protein, carbs. And then guess what we did? Slept. You gonna sleep so much in prison. So 2 of the elements that you need to build, you're doing in prison. You're working out and you're recovering. You're working out, you recover. You work out, you recover. You're not getting the best nutrition, but you're getting elements of fitness, which is the workout and the recovery. So the notion that you cannot outtrain a bad diet is false. You can. Is it practical in regular life? No, it's not practical. Do it out here, your ass gonna be fat. Unless you're working out 4 or 5 hours a day, which we can't do that. We gotta work. We got responsibilities out here. When you state property, you might have a detail. But my first bed won't no detail, bitch. We behind the gate. Won't nobody going out. So if you got that type of time, you gotta do something. You read books, you watch a little TV. Most times you one of them camps that's far in the country, ain't too many radio stations. You're bored. So you work out. And you work out and you rest. So that's what I meant by you can outtrain a bad diet and have an awesome figure. I wouldn't try that in the free world. You find yourself overweight, but it's possible. With the worst food, no nutrition, value at all, just carbs. So I would like to see somebody, comment on this post. Let me know what you think. And even somebody who might be a dietitian, how could eating a lot of carbs build such a physique? Now, I figured that the carbs would definitely give you energy, what was giving us energy to push our muscles. But what was making the actual muscle bigger? What was burning all the fat? Was it just the workout? Why the food didn't? Now on the other half, I've seen plenty of people. Because don't get me wrong, it's not like, let's just say it's 80 people in the dorm. Don't think don't think 80 people working out. It might be a hot, maybe 15. Most people not working out in prison. Most people go to prison who they eating good thing. Now, only difference is they're eating out the box, they're eating their trays and stuff like that. They're not working out. Most people who go in prison, they're gonna get bigger. They're going to get bigger as in like fat, holding more body. Y'all know somebody who went to prison, especially if they was on that dope out or just living the street life. When they come back out, they're bigger because they're not doing nothing. They're eating the worst food and the weight just, they pick up weight. But the ones who train, body look totally different. So what do you guys think about that? That's my opinion on working, out training a bad diet. What do you think? Drop in the comments. Until next time, it's the GOAT Coach, Coach T Flow. I'm out. Take care.